Something I'll recommend, which might be easier or harder than it sounds, is to make your career playable. Also, be able to describe your career in a linear form like a story, in a narrative form. The reason for that is to make it easier for people to follow along with why you have the skills you're trying to describe having. It helps if you can make it concise. I attended a research-oriented university because I wanted to learn how transistors worked. I recognized a lot of my peers preferred to learn online. I wondered this over the summer studying photonic systems. The following year, I continued to wonder, so I switched majors to learning and education studies with a concentration in applied learning science. I took a class called Learning from Text and participated in research in the Adult Learning Lab. I had also been interviewing students and professors for a student organization I founded. For a student organization. It was called Student Body for Meaningful Education. The idea was to be something like a self-directed student council. After college, I pretty much immediately began working for a publishing company as an application designer. Then I worked in e-commerce for a bit, 2 short stints in real estate and cosmetics, and I've freelanced throughout my career. So it's possible to describe relationships to stories this way, and it's also possible to generate music based on the things that we've described. And it's also possible to maintain rhythm and describe how we do maintain rhythm and describe where we're trying to keep time. We can practice making videos, and we can ask other people how they respond to our videos. Some media are going to be particularly useful for timely communication, and others aren't necessarily. We are in a new media environment relative to a few years ago, so I recommend practicing, and I describe how I do. Now it's possible to read research on TikTok Lives, and it's also possible to ask others what they think of the research we read. And it's also possible to tie this together with a project-based learning exploration deep dive. None of this is necessary, but if you do share time that way on TikTok, then you can find a group of people who might wonder the same way. Like, how can you create an ecosystem that other people can contribute to when they have the energy, when they have the attention, etc.? My focus is intergenerational media literacy, and I hope this video, among others, makes it clear how I consider that. Today is RPG Wednesday, which is a day that I consider RPG Wednesday. I think about character sheets, hopefully motivate others to develop their own, and create microcosms where others can contribute to character design, world building, wonder about fictional science fiction, etc. And the reason I post to TikTok is to communicate with the audience who does the same. Not everyone will, and I feel like I've grown a lot over the past couple of years, so considering who might want to develop and which structures I can say, oh yeah, by the way, you can literally see me navigate that structure. So if you wonder if it's possible, I can describe that there are ways to wonder incrementally. You don't need to dive all the way in. There are a lot of ways to make videos on TikTok, and you can practice telling your story over hundreds or thousands of videos if you want to. And again, it is possible to generate a script and pass that through Suno for music. Cheers.